On behalf of my team, welcome, and today we would like to take this opportunity to prove that our project automated foot disinfectant sprayer can be useful for future trends. Nowadays, the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic is indicated as an emerging perspective to our nation. The virus exists on human body parts and certain objects. Disinfection practices were very important to reduce the potential of having a virus. With the help of a disinfectant sprayer, humans and certain objects avoid virus infections. Footwear was being used in transportation, and humans may not know that they got the disease from their footwear. The innovation of robotics made the robot more common in healthcare insurance, since robots can replace human activities, particularly for risky tasks. Accordingly, our team creates a project to unite the robot and disinfectant sprayer, to aim to provide everyone to have an effective way to sanitize the surface without the use of hands to create contact with the contaminated things.
While using disinfectant spray bottles has its benefits, a contaminated disinfectant sprayer can still spread viruses. The aim of the research is to create an automated food disinfectant sprayer that is safe and more effective.
This study aims to sanitize any footwear or your own feet, as your feet is always being used to transport to another place. It tends to disinfect any footwear or your feet to lessen the spread of the virus. As using things today is kind of dangerous, this is a much better alternative rather than spraying manually. A benefit of this is we can lessen the feeling of being anxious of any infection. This is prepared by the researchers to provide each and everyone protection from the virus. The product is safe to use and it requires no contact with them.
The result of our study could help millions of people worldwide and could be applied to future projects. The instruments needed can be found online or at your local mall and would cost more or less than 3,000 pesos and can be made using a 3D printer or by hand. We chose this method because it was doable for us students, especially since we could apply what we learned in our computer classes. This machine could last in an estimated time span of 1 to 3 years if properly taken care of.
The materials that we use for this project are Arduino Nano board. It serves as the heart of the whole system and controls relay. Relay module controls the power of the water pump. Generic wires serves as the track for the power and data. Generic breadboard to have a quick electrical connections. 12V water pump used to pump disinfectant solution, and since the device only uses a bottle, 5V is enough for the machine to work. Ultrasonic distance sensor works to read distance from the machine and determines when to release the solution. 2 nozzle facilitates the dispersion of the liquid. 70% isopropyl alcohol will be used as the disinfectant solution. 1 liter bottle will serve as the container of the disinfectant. 1 LED will be used as indicator. PVC sheet will serve as the wall of the device. Silicone sealant used as the adhesive for the wall and the parts that need sticking. Iron ring used as the platform for the foot and footwear. 1.5 hose. Meter plastic tube serves as the pathway of the solution.
Here are the procedures on how to create the device after gathering all the required materials. For the body or frame, a 3D printer can be used for easier and much convenient creation. Without a 3D printer, you will need to construct the device using plastic PVC. First is make markings for the holes. Perforate the plastic PVC using drills that will serve as pathways for tubes and wirings. Next is apply all the adhesives that will hold the wall of the device together. Leave one side open to be able to apply all the internal parts of the device easily. Let the seal dry up. Attach all the parts needed like nozzles, pumps, and tubes that will serve as the pathway of the disinfectant. Attach the last wall and cover up the open side. Finally, check the body for any anomalies. Now for the mechanism of the robot, connect all wires and devices to their prescribed slots and places. Use of a soldering iron is suggested to make the wires more intact and firm. Formulate the codes that the machine needs in order for it to function. This can be done with the use of several applications like Tinkercad Autodesk, and Fritzing. Confine the Arduino along with the wirings inside the walls of the machine to protect it from such accidents. Fill the bottle with 70% isopropyl alcohol that will later on serve as the disinfectant solution. Lastly, test and evaluate the machine's ability to function by activating the sensor. Show any object to the sensor's threshold to activate the machine.
In our project, the total cost of the materials are in the following. They can be obtained in pharmacies and electronic stores and such. So that makes the total of our materials at 16 items and 3,297 pesos.